What up, guys? It's Lance Cory. We're here at Thrashin Supply. I got my man Jeff Holt behind the camera. Jeff, what do you want to see?
I want to see everything, brother.
All right, well, here we are, 5555 Tech Circle, Moorpark, California. We had a rad grand opening here. This whole street was full of people and we felt the love. It was good times. Since then, we've even added more concrete flat area over there, some tables outside, some cornhole. Trying to make this place, when you ride here, you can enjoy the outside, you can hang out, not feel rushed. All right, let's see. I got a cool mirror in the bathroom. This was in my garage growing up. There's other people have tagged on it, but there's some old kind of Axo Sport, O'Neill, JT Racing, old kind of stickers on it. There's an old Pro Circuit sticker back there. LA radio station from the 80s, 90s, an old CRC sticker. Here's an old classification when I was 7 or 8 years old. This is a CMC Motorcycle Association, expired in 1998. I don't know, it was just in my garage as a kid, so I brought it here and hung it up. Some fine ladies on the wall. Yeah, you didn't see that, but it's all good. So yeah, the showroom's got some cool stuff in it. We have cool old, I'm trying to blank on his name. What's his name? Scott Jacobs. Scott Jacobs painting. That was at Barger Harley-Davidson. When they sold, they had gifted it to me. Old FXDX, which is pretty cool. A couple old pieces of art. Oh, this is another cool thing too. I don't have the money on me, but we have a penny smashing machine. You ride out here, you get one that says Moorpark on it, you get one that's got a bike on it, an old Evo on it. So this is pretty sweet. You kind of set it where you want it and smash a penny. You can do that when you leave, Jeff.
All over.
We're cool little things. We got a sticker, kind of old school sticker thing, something that would remind you of being in the pizza shop, you know, playing skee ball or something, and or air hockey, and got one of those sticker machines. We offer free Red Bull, 805 beer, water. We got a coffee machine. Some of our achievements on the board, whether it's some wins from races I used to do or old motocross magazines. Here's our Born Free, what was it, 2023, I think. Born Free Carbon ST that we built. We dropped 100 and, don't quote me, but it's something like 135, 140 pounds we dropped off the bike, and then we put the 131 in there. So increased the horsepower and torque a ton, dropped the weight a bunch, and the bike is a rocket ship. 90s pinball machine. Just cool stuff that I would have wanted in a man cave. We kind of always laugh, there's these little Harley-Davidson kind of toys in there. They're Evos, so would have been from the 90s. And it all works. Let's see, I don't even know. Let's see, push start.
It's time for the Harley-Davidson cross-country tour.
Gotta wait, you gotta go through these things and pick your, there it is. I thought this one was cool because it has Sturgis, Daytona, all the rallies that we enjoy going to. Oh, I lost. All right, we'll keep moving. Some cool stuff. A friend of mine made that mirror by hand, the whole mirror, and then hand painted the mirror. She also came in and painted our wall. We have all of our American-made goods, risers, bars, floorboards, shift assemblies. We have our adjustable linkage, and this is just a little bit of our components. It's not everything. We try to give people something to look at, and most people that come in here, they kind of already know what they want, so they're ready to get it. So if the door is closed, that means employees only, but a lot of times we leave the door open. Here's our R&D room. This is where a lot of us like to hang. I let a lot of my guys that work here, they're allowed to use the tire machine, they're allowed to use our tools. That's why Juan and I get mad when tools are missing out of the toolboxes. But this is kind of for everybody to use as well. We do work on stuff here. You can see, here's a 25 model bike. We are, the project on this, okay, originally we bought it to give away. And then we got super busy, we gave away a different bike. And then we were gonna use it to start measuring cables and wires and give people feedback, because people will call us, hey, what should I get? So we actually, at one point, put like every set of bars and risers on this bike so we could give the feedback of what we know works. So that's kind of why it's in shambles right now and not together. But at some point we'll whip it back together, and then we'll probably end up giving this to somebody, like through the YouTube channel or through our website or something like that. Couple different bikes we've built. Here's a cool little one. I don't know if you saw this one yet. This is our RR. Not a ton of mods done to it yet, but we do have some more plans. But one of the biggest things that we did that we were really excited to do was we actually cut the muffler in half. So it used to stick out past the bag. I don't know if you saw that. It was a very, did you see that? Yeah. So it was a very, very hard project because the can was tapered more than we realized. Visually, from the distance, the can looked like it was gonna be equal, like from the front to back. And when we cut it, we realized that the end cap had like more than a 1/4 inch around the whole thing. So we put our heads together, and Juan came up with a couple ideas. You know, we could 3D scan the end cap, and we could, you know, make our own all new end cap. We could make spacers that fill it like out of billet. But I was telling Juan, I'm like, dude, I want to get this thing done by Friday. I don't want to wait. You know, I don't want it to take long. It was supposed to be a 1 to 2 day job. Here we are on day 4, stressing out. So we ended up cut every bit of the can. We cut 1 inch out and then stuck them together to fill the gap. But it came out bitching. I mean, look how cool that looks. My favorite part is if you come here and you're perpendicular, like to the side, you can see through the wheel now. You know, like before you didn't have that view. That's a project that, you know, we spent 4 or 5 days on. There's a lot of R&D. We're not gonna sell anything like that. It's just more for fun because we wanted something custom on our bike. Like I said, we do everything here, tires. This is all for our personal bikes and guys that work here. Here's a couple of the bikes. I think we have some bikes. I have a couple bikes in my garage. Juan has a couple bikes in his garage. But this is, for the most part, all of our bikes and stuff we work on. So, yeah. Take you around this way. We have our water jet over there, our 3D printer. We have our welding equipment. We have our lathe. We have some more miscellaneous tools, and that can really help us get a majority of the jobs done that we need, and be able to R&D and test stuff, and yeah, build what we have to. What's up, Jack? Say hi to the camera, Jack.
What's going on, guys?
Yeah. Jack is the youngest kid here, and we kind of force him to do the wheelies now. I'm 35. I'm like old and retired, so he's the young buck now.
Someone's got to hold it down for the guy.
Yep. So here's kind of the employee entrance. We have a couple cool pieces of art from our road trips over the years. This was our ride in Sturgis, from Sturgis to Deadwood, put together by Harley-Davidson. We had over 1,000 people show up to it's like Sturgis High School, I think. It was crazy, the most that Sturgis police has ever seen, and they were in a panic, and they made us go out in like sections of 200 to 300 people. Sorry for those of you that got stuck in the later section, but thank you to everybody that showed up for that. Last year, Juan and I rode our FXRs to Sturgis. That was a fun trip. We were testing out our new saddlebags that'll be releasing this spring. we're always testing out all of our gear we rock, whether it be the pass bag, whether it be our hard parts from the foot pegs, the exhaust, or even our vest or whatever we're wearing. We are testing, we are putting the miles down, and if it fails, it's gonna fail, you know, while we're using it. So, Sturgis trip, here's an old trip riding to Kern River, or no, we were riding to Mammoth actually on that one. That one we were riding to Reno. So, yeah. So here we are at the second floor. Here's some cool pictures. These are me. I did the kind of the press launch photos for the Pan America. This was an early production, not production, but an early built bike by them. The screen didn't work. You had to start it with a button under the frame. None of the hand controls worked. But it was a really cool experience. This jump, I was too whipped out and too styled. They actually said, can you go back and do it like straighter and don't get as much air because we can't use this photo. So I was like, well, it's a sick photo. I want to print it. So can you guys send it to me? So that's a cool one. This is like a 10-year-old photo that I shot going into New York City. This is my buddy, Mike Esposito. His Instagram name is Exposed. He's always been a supporter of Thrashin, and I've always supported his riding. And yeah, so I like this one because I shot the photo. He's riding. I don't know, it's just cool how the city is between the bridge and its supports. I was kind of stoked on that. Here's some cool helmets from my life of riding motorcycles, all the way down to I have this old Axo helmet and then a photo of me on a 50 wearing the helmet. Funny thing about the helmet is that I didn't hold on to it, and a friend of mine ended up getting it from me like as a hand-me-down, and he called me. He's like, yo, I'm going through like an attic and I found this helmet. I'm pretty sure you gave it to me. So it's cool to kind of get it back in my hands. That's a cool lid. Here's a pretty interesting lid to check out. So it has cracks on the chin bar, both sides, cracked through the chin bar, cracked up kind of by the top of the head. I knocked myself out for, doctor said something like 10 minutes, but I don't remember waking up for like a day or two. I was in Switzerland, and the video is searched under FMX horror crash, and it's pretty gnarly. So that's all I remember of it between the video and the helmet. But here's a couple old cool helmets that I have from my career of riding. But I also have some of my like favorite ones are at my house. I put them in my son's room. Here's just kind of some of the leftovers. So this side of the business is purchasing and accounting and HR and yeah, kind of the business side. They call themselves the Promise Keepers. They call themselves the Promise Keepers. I'm the promise maker. They're the Promise Keepers. This is our design room. I can't take you guys in there with the camera, but hold on. Maybe I can. Hold on. Stay there. Stay there. Let's see. Okay, so we have 5 of us that work in there, from Juan, aerospace engineer, to 2 I don't know, college grad designers. They can do anything from draw artwork, put together tech packs. They could throw together this shirt we're dropping at Chopper Fest. Some of our artwork putting together February 2026. We also have our web guy in there. And that's kind of where like the fun happens. Things like this, ground up vest, kind of workwear vest that we did. This will be coming out in like March of this year, as well as we do all of our YouTube editing and YouTube content. This is our 100,000 sub that we got last year about this time. So we've grown since then. See what else I have in there that I can show you. Look, it's locked. I can't even open it. I got to use my key fob. Oh, he's opening it for me. There we go. All right, hold on. Stay there. Okay, another thing we do in here is we have a lot of fun, and they do things like this all the time. All right, stuff like that goes on the wall. We're all creative guys, all right? So that's what happens. And then here's another cool thing we're really stoked on. Another thing we built in the design room is a full newspaper. We're gonna be trying to do this every quarter. So this is volume 1, 2026, first quarter. Shows a little bit of behind the scenes, manufacturing our parts in the US from the block of aluminum, designed in-house by an aerospace engineer, and then machined from a block of aluminum to the component. The component is not only, like I said, designed by a engineer, but also designed by a rider, designed by riders, whether it's myself, Juan, the rest of the team, everyone in there rides motorcycles, and then tested by riders. Everything we do has been put on the road before we launch anything, whether it be riding to Sturgis, riding locally, riding our canyons. So we're really proud of that. Let's see what else is in this newspaper. Showing the chopper, chromed out. Let's see, just a cool article about our ride to Sturgis. So all orders right now are coming with this. Little fun things we like to do. Real quick, this is a cool old photo. This was for a photo shoot for K&N Air Filters. Courtney and myself, we did a photo shoot. In the morning, I rode freestyle motocross, and she was like in the foreground of those photos. And then in the evening, I rode Harley. So this was right at the beginning of Thrashin, and K&N was a supporter of mine when I rode dirt bikes. Old photo. Another thing I'm really, really proud of here is having a full team of customer support. So they will answer the phone within 30 seconds of it ringing. My mom works here. She's on the phone right now. You can see Hunter over there is on the phone right now. Aaliyah's over there working away on something special. Then we have 2 offices right here, and basically whether you have a question about a component, fitment, whether you want to know where your order is, or have any questions about anything of the company, we're answering the phones here 8 to 4, Monday through Friday. Our showroom is open on Saturdays, so something we take pride in. It's really easy to put this to the side or not have a team full of people handling it, but then you don't get the experience that you deserve to get. So something we're really, really proud of. So something else we're proud of is having stock products in stock. Yeah, we're doing our best to keep every component in stock. And again, you should be able to buy now and it ship within 24 hours of wanting it. I know how it goes. Morning, boys. Morning. It's almost lunchtime, actually. So this is the back of our warehouse. I don't know if you guys were here for the open house, but I'd moved all these tables out to the side, and I had the East Coastin' boys spinning their donuts right in here, turning around and getting traction for their wheelie. They were lifting the bike up like right about here, and they were carrying their wheelie out past and setting it down. This is where they were doing their donuts. You can see I got the parking lot just recently repaved and painted. It was like brand new. I had to do that to get the permits to like open the building up, to get my occupancy signed off. And then I had Seabear in his Corvette. I had East Coastin', and they basically annihilated the parking lot, so you can see all the burnout marks. Something we're proud of is, again, all of our components are made in the USA, and we're proud to be assembling them here. You can see the boys are pulling out hardware, and they're assembling. Right now, these are our riser spacers. Yeah, and the boys, like you can see, one of the gnarly things about keeping our products in stock is just how much more gets involved, right? So we order the foam. These are the foam cutouts for our risers. We have to order the foam. We We have to make sure that's in stock. We have to make sure the hardware is in stock. We have to make sure the components are in stock. We even make our own boxes that we are making sure are in stock. There's a lot of components that could bottleneck a system like this, right? You know, you could have all the risers in stock, but all of the packaging material is not in stock. And then the customer's experience, if they get a set of risers that are bubble wrapped, usually, and they saw their buddy got it nicely boxed, they're gonna be a little bummed out. So that's a little kind of 2-cent tour here at Thrashin Supply. It gives you a little idea of what goes on here. Our machine shop is right down the street. We're able to walk over there, see parts being machined every single day, check the quality, check the fit. Another thing that we're extremely proud of. And we're extremely proud to be right here in SoCal, beautiful weather, and happy to have you here.